Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. Yes, it's Monday and I'm here. I will say it's Monday and I'm here because tomorrow I won't be here because I've got to have a lot of tests done. But today I am here. So, KSCRAFT Halloween, and today I am using the cobweb banners. These are great. I'm using 2 of the very spooky pumpkins, and we're using a sentiment from the spooky words. Halloween shadow words, that's what they are. Yeah, isn't it great? Because KSCRAFT now puts the names on the packaging, so I don't have to get confused anymore and guess at what stuff is. Right, so I've done some preparation to make it really quick and easy, and I've got a black background. You can use, you know, any dye in your stash to achieve that. And I've decided to make all of my Halloweeny stuff this year using a Katie Pertiet Halloween set. Now you can go to katiepertiet.com and you'll see all of her fabulous designs there. She designs for 49 and Market, so you kind of get that vibe, but her older Halloween stuff is totally different. So this is one from that pack, and it's going to be the top to the base, and I've already got my foam tape on, so just showing you how quick I'm going to be. She says hopefully. Yeah. I hope everyone's going to have a great week this week, and I hope you had a fabulous weekend. I'm slightly in a frustrated state at the moment because in my little orchard section, because I can't pull heavy stuff, I've got a bunch of weeds growing, and it's driving me mad. I've got to get down on my hands and knees and get them all out. Right, so we're going to pop this on, and it doesn't matter which way around it goes at the moment because you can always spin it around on yourself. Right, we do want it on straight though, so let's go for that. So now we've got just a little bit of dimension because of the foam tape. You can see that there, and it's well supported. I do like to put plenty of tape on. Now it gets really easy because I cut 2 of the cobwebby banners, and I've done them in black, and I think what I'm going to do to get the most out of them is, like, I'm going to have that piece there and trim it off there, and that will make life a lot easier. So I'm just going to cut that piece off, so I know that bit's going to go there, and then I've got this one here, and I can decide where I want it. I can either have them going in the same direction or in opposites. And I think I'll go opposite. I could use that whole piece actually. Bring that down there and then use that bit up there. Yeah, I'll go for that configuration. Right, so I've got my glue here, and I hope it's not all gunked up. Whoops, flip that over. Decide which is your right side and your wrong side, and you only need ever such a little bit of glue on your tips. You don't have to do the centre of the cobweb at all, so there should be enough stuff there to hold this. And I don't know whether I'm going to go that way or that way. I think I'm going to go that way, and just make sure it fits in on that corner. Now whenever I've got a fair bit of humidity, it does take a while for my my glue to grab a hold. So we've got those down. There's a little bit there still sticking up. There we go. And now we'll do exactly the same to this one. So you just want glue in the essential areas so that it's not going to tear up on you. And what I'll do is, you've seen me do this now, so I'll just go off camera to glue the other one. Maybe that little blob there is getting a bit much. Yeah, the heat is making my glue run. And then I want to take that right up to there. So just make sure you tap it down. It's just like little bits where you don't want fingers to get caught underneath. So what I'll do is I'll pause to glue this one, and I'm going to put it exactly where you see it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got all my cobwebs on, and the next thing I want to do is use some of these. These are my Dollar Tree stars, which I've had for years, and if you get a bag of their stars, they will indeed last you that long. 6 or 7 years I've had these, and they have dwindled slightly. I think that's 2 stuck together, I'm not sure. Let's drop it on the table and find out. Yeah, 2 stuck together there, and they are very staticky, but it just adds another dimension of a little bit of gloss. So I'm going to add a few stars on there, and I also got my little Halloween beadie mix, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use that yet. So I've got my pickup tool, and I'm just going to put blobs down. Hopefully my pickup tool is going to grab these. Just put a little blob down and then pop your sequin on. Ooh, and there is a question I'll ask, if anyone can answer it. Now that Joanne's has gone, where can we get our basil cardstock that is the same price as Joanne used to sell it, you know? I've forgotten how much it was. Was it like 5 sheets for $1 or something? Or maybe I dreamt that. Or maybe it's because I bought it so long ago, that's how much it was. But if anyone knows where to get good quality cardstock, because that for me is always a problem. You know, it's either got white core or the weight of it is awful. And let's be honest, basil cardstock is fabulous. Right, so I've got a bunch of shiny stars on there, which if I pick that up, when you're gifting your cards, you've got, you know, a little bit of glamour going on with your cobwebs. So I've got that on my background, and praying that I'm not all blurred, because that does happen to me. And I've made the spooky pumpkins, and I've done mine in pink, white and black, and then I just used a little bit of my fine line paint pen. So I'm going to kind of team those two up, and I'm trying to think where I want them. Probably just above centre. Yeah, probably going to go about there, because this is a really quick card, and I'm deciding whether I want them flat or forward. I think I'll put the big one on flat, and then I'll bring the little one forwards with a bit of foam tape. So I'll just do that. So I've just realised I've actually got a star in that area that is going to be completely hidden, but never mind, I'm going to go there. And then for my little one, I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape on. So just need a couple of pieces of that. Put one there. This is Dollar Tree foam tape again. Get the backs off. And I'm going to pop that one there. So I've got 2 spooky pumpkins, and I have cut one of the haunted spooky sentiments, and I've got happy haunting there, and I've already popped my foam on, but I'm thinking I might use a few beads somewhere just to brighten it up. Don't know whether to use purple or lime green. Might actually go for purple. And then I've got my happy haunting, and I want that to go right down at the bottom, making sure that I'm straight. I've got happy haunting, I've got 2 pumpkins there, and then just to fill it out and make it look a little bit more glamorous, I think I'm going to go for purple. So of course you can see the static here. These are I believe KSCRAFT beads. I don't know if my pickup tool is going to be a lot easier for getting in. Probably not. I've got 2 stuck together there. I'm only going to pop 5 on. I need to flip that one over. So there's 4, and then there's 5. It is nice to have little bead mixes, not just for shakers, but for, you know, just sometimes dressing things up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is enhance my centre of my cobwebs, and that one's a darker purple than the other, so I'm going to pop that one there. Just little details that make you look again. And I think I will go there. And then I'll go 2 below. So I'm going to put 1 here, and I'm going to put 1 there, because I like to work in odd numbers. So we've also got 5 little sparkly gems on there. Right, let's have a look. You can see you've got your shine of your stars, a little bit of sparkle from those purple gems, and they are a lot darker purple than they're showing up on here. They're just catching the light. And our happy haunting, yay! Right, as always, I thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you have a fabulous day and fabulous other days until I come back again. As usual, all links below. Bye.